our next thing we are going to make is the umbrella with the leaves, which I thought was super cute, and thought, well, geez, we haven't had rain here in California, but it's finally raining. So it's a very appropriate time of year to have this, and super cute with these gold leaves that we have. So this one does take a little bit longer because it has several, it's a lot of glue and a lot of drying. So the first thing I did was I cut out this kind of shape. Now I didn't draw, it kind of looks like a feather, so I didn't draw it, I never draw, but again, boys and girls, always you can draw if you want. So I just took the piece of paper that I had, kind of cut it like a fan shape, and just rounded it at the top, and then down at the bottom, because we're going to fold it. Oh, this one wasn't cut very good. So we're going, not folded, I apologize. We're going to roll it. And we roll it to make that tube kind of thing. And so just play with it. And before you glue it, you know, you can move it around kind of thing. And so as soon as you get the first one cut, I would glue it. It does take a while. You definitely need some clothespins to hold that, or you will be holding it for a very long time. So, got my first one on. I'm going to put that clothespin right in there. If you've got two, actually you should have several, go ahead and do that. And then we're just going to put that aside. Cut our next one. Again, I just cut, it's flat on the bottom, it goes out kind of like a fan. Round it at the top, go to the edges, and then come back down. So it's kind of this cone shape. Yeah, fourth grade. Oh, most of you are just in third and fourth grade. We do this because we do geometric shapes and we make cones. So hopefully you will have the chance to do that and you'll already know how to do it. Same thing, just roll it up. And again, you gotta kind of play with it till you get the shape that you want. You wanna have it similar. They don't have to be exact as, you know, the tubes, you can see they're different colors, but they don't have to be the width. If you look closely, this side is much wider than this, but it still is cute. It does not have to be perfect. So same thing, put that glue on there. Put your clothespin on. Okay, I only have one. So this one, I'm just gonna let it sit for a second here. Make sure you get lots of good glue on there. Not too much because you don't want it squeaking out all over the sides, but we're just gonna hold it for a few minutes. I know that gets boring. Then you will have enough clothespins because I gave you enough. So just, again, put it aside. These don't have to be completely dry before we put them on while we're waiting for those to dry. You also have a piece of black paper. And if you look at this, so it'll be the handle to the umbrella and it'll be the little ending of it, the tip of the umbrella. So again, I didn't draw it, but you can. For the handle, I just did like a candy cane shape, and it doesn't need to be real big. Again, I know I'm repeating myself so much today. Again, you always want to go bigger because you can cut it down. So I went about this size. Here's your paper. So that actually looks like a pretty good size. So you're going to want to put it on there, and you can go ahead and glue that because you're going to glue your umbrella cones, we'll call them cones, the designs, after. That'll be because you want to make sure that it goes on top of it so that you can't see it. Okay, so this first one is dry enough. I'm going to take this clothespin and put it on here and get those in there. And what you want to do is put glue all along the back, and then you're just going to decide what pattern you want. I think I gave you either 2 or 3 colors. I don't really remember, to be honest. So you're going to want to lay it out like this, and then oh, I didn't make my red one, sorry. Let's do that. So here's the red one too, and then the red one I would put in the middle. Let's see. Guess I should have made a couple of these first, huh? And I'm going to put that in the middle. Actually, while it's drying, since I have to hold it down anyways, I'm just going to put a whole bunch of glue on there. I'm going to put that one next. The middle one kind of goes more of a straight up. It's the outside ones that will come in at the angle. And then we'll put this third one in. Uh-oh. Ah, my red one's coming in. Again, just put a bunch of glue right on there. Put that at the angle. And I did let this one dry completely. What I did do was just put a dish or a bowl, something that just has a little bit of weight, not a lot. So I've got my little thing of eyeballs here. I'm just going to put this on and let that sit for about, oh, I don't know, 20-30 minutes, and then come back to it. So I'm just going to let it sit for a few minutes, and then I'll show you how to do the rest of it. Okay, so let's move that off to the side. So after that part is dry, what you can do, put that there, is decide where you want your leaves to go. So I don't have any of these leaves left. So what I do have though is these. I made so many. So I bent it just to give it a little bit of 3D structure. Again, just place them in there. Once you decide where you want them inside your umbrella, that's when you're going to start gluing. And, you know, it's better to get, if you can, all glued at one time and then let it all dry, so you're not keep going back and going back and going back to the project. So I decided where my leaves are going to go, and I've got those glued in. And then I'm going to cut out, I just did a little strip for this. So depending on how much you need, and I did end up cutting mine down on this one. It took a little finagling to do it. So what I did was I just hooked it under here. So let me take this one off so I can show you, because my other one's not dry. I'm just gonna rip it off here. So I cut this piece, which this looks way too big. So what I did was I cut it bigger, like I said, and then shoved it under the edge, and then just wrapped it around to get a size of what I want. So this, I'm gonna cut like a third of it off, just because that's too much. And then glue one little edge. That's the best way to do it. And this one you're gonna have to hold, because clothespin just won't fit. So the glue side goes down right on the tip. And just hold that one for about 30 seconds, because if you've got a good grip on it, the glue is already setting on that one side. That'll really help when you get ready to roll it over. So you're gonna hold that, like I said, just count to 30, that's good. And then this still looks a little long, which is also why we wanna wait on our glue. So once it's glued, it feels like it's, you know, drying pretty good. You're gonna roll it over. Again, still a little too long, so I'm going to snip a little piece of that off, and then the glue goes on the outside, because you're going to tuck this under, and this is where you're going to have to hold it for a little bit, maybe like a minute, just so that it stays. So roll it under. And then you're just gonna hold it. Of course, it's easier to hold it and it's flat on your table. And you just hold it, I would say at least a minute. And then again, once it feels like it's sticking, you could put something not heavy, but that has a little bit of weight to it. Just a plate or a bowl, or I did the glue bottle one time. That worked really well too, because it's not super heavy. It's not going to injure or dent in the paper, but it'll be enough to hold it. Let it completely dry for an hour or two, and then you can hang it up. Super cute. Like I said, we've got this rainy day on Saturday happening, so now it's appropriate. Fall has finally come to Southern California.